standard average box because the lid's actually going to pull out rather than hinge up, so there's no hinging involved. So if you're a beginner, this is a really good one to get you going. What I've got is I've got a strip of 12mm oak. It's quarter sawn, so you can see the medullary rays in there. So hopefully this will be really nice when it's finished and oiled. First things first is I'm going to put 2 grooves in and take a rebate out as well. But I'll bring you along on the process, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do like the video, please hit the thumbs up button, comment and subscribe, and it would do me a really big favour if you could share it as well to your friends and family. Just helps me out get out there. And also I have set up that link buy me a coffee, which you all know about now because I said it in my last video of the plant pot, so if you haven't watched that, go watch that. And yeah, that's just to help my channel and support me. So thank you for everyone that has done so far, it means the world to me, and let's get on with this video. So that's me finished with the spindle now. I'm just going to explain what that was. So this first groove that I did, which is a 6mm groove, that's going to be for the top to slide in now. And this rebate is basically for material to go on. So when the whole box is together and it's being oiled, the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to line some card and stick some material on. Just looks really good, and I like doing that kind of stuff. It just gives it a really nice look, basically. So that's what they're for. So next is to get the saw to 45 degrees and cut some miters. This box is actually only mitered at the back. The front is just like a square cut. So we'll get the saw kicked over and we'll get that done. So that's all the parts cut now. So we have 4 parts. That's your front bit, your back bit, and your 2 sides. And next what we want to do is we want to joint those miters. So I'm going to be using these little 90-degree ply dominoes that I've made. You could easily make these yourself if you're into woodworking. But like I say, normal dominoes, biscuits, dowels, grooves, whatever you want to do to get a joint in there, you can now go and do. But I'm going to use these, so let's get to it. Right, we're on to the next stage now, and the next stage is for dominoing your front piece in, but before we can do that we actually have to make it fit. So basically what we need to do is we need to trim off these bits that are sticking out of the groove. So what you want to do is you want to decide how big your internal box is going to be. I'm going to go for about 215, and then make sure your sides are lined up really nice. Get a nice big square and just mark the ones that are going to get cut off. So that's all our pieces jointed now. As you see, I just cut the front rail on the bandsaw to take off the very top, which will allow the lid to slide past in and out. That was also dominoed with a 4mm cutter and just some 20mm dominoes in there. So that's all jointed now. And the only thing we've got left to do now is to run a groove in for the bottom. Now, when you run a groove in for the bottom, it's really important that on your side rails, you stop them in the front rail. You don't want to run right through, because if you run right through, you'll end up seeing that groove when the box is all together from the front, and we don't want to do that. So you need to make sure you stop in your front rail so no groove is seen. Once that's done, we're going to put a curve on the front of these side rails just to soften it off, and we'll probably put a nice round on. A little sand up, and we'll get the box glued. And after that, we'll need to get the lid out, we'll need to oil it, and we are also going to line it. I haven't decided on the material yet, but I'll be thinking of that as I'm making it. So I'm just going to quickly explain to you why I mean that can't run right through. Because basically, when you put your front rail on, like this, you can see the groove there. So your bottom is nice and captive in there. And when you turn it round, you can't see a groove. And that's what we want. We want it just like that. So while that box is gluing, we're going to get the top out. And I found this piece of elm. It's quite a nice piece of elm by the looks of it. So I'm going to go get that planed up and cut to width and length. And then I will show you how we're going to rebate it so it will slide into that groove. So that's the box almost done. I've got that lid slotting really nicely into there now with its little rebate, and it does have expansion movement always. So if the wood starts to expand, it's still not going to get stuck, it's not going to get nipped because there's so much play in it. But yet again, it's not too much that's not very nice, it's a lovely fitting box. But the last thing that I want to do is I've got this bit of brass that someone has very kindly made me. And I think that will look really cool, just set in somewhere like there, and that will be used as your finger pull to pull it up. So let's get that drilled, get that epoxied in, filed off and sanded up, because we've got to take all these sharp edges off so nobody's going to get cut. And then it's for the fun bit, putting oil on it, lining it, and that'll be it done. that's the end of our project, guys. What do you think of the end result? I think it looks really cool, and I did choose quite a wacky lining to go with. It's actually Harris Tweed with all the lines in. I think it looks quite cool, a bit of a surprise as you open up the box. Tried to line it up as best I can. I think I did a pretty good job. I think that's quite a cool surprise as you open up because it's something you're not really expecting. So that is a really easy, simple box to make. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Please share this video, like and subscribe to my channel. Check out all my other videos. And remember the link in the description of Buy Me a Coffee. And if you do have any other video ideas that you'd like me to do write in the comments because I love hearing your ideas. It gives me something to do at weekends, evenings. And so yeah, that's the end. I'll leave some still photos of this box after, just because my camera sometimes struggles to focus on the box. But it is a really nice fit, and it does have that expansion gap on the lid. So there's no hinging involved. It's just a really easy slide to get that off. So I'll see you next time on whatever it may be I'm doing.